Welcome to the podcast. We're here on Mike Media Inc. with Illusionluna and motherfucking b0tanicthreads. They just did a performance, you know what I'm saying? And they're bringing in that fucking underground heat. They're getting hella cosigns from legends in this game right here. Now, you just did a performance. What could you say about that performance, and how was that?
It was honestly one of the hardest shows / parties I've ever been to in my life. And the amount of people, that wasn't even the hard part. It was just the energy that everyone brought.
Everyone was jumping, everyone was screaming. I didn't go first, but the first set, we're doing a circle pit and I fucking fell and like twisted my whole ankle and that shit still hurts. And then he tried to pull me up and then he hit me and my whole arm like popped.
Damn.
Out of place.
Don't go home injured. You're doing it
Yeah, he's
wrong.
like, I need dead bodies, I need injuries, nosebleeds. He was going off, dude.
So you're getting fucked up, bro.
We were going hard.
That's good, bro. That's fine.
And that was his first show he's ever been to. I've already done like 6 or 7, but that was his first shit.
And complete last minute decision too.
Yeah, we were in the car and he dropped his first song. In the car, we're sitting there, he's setting up his SoundCloud. I was like, dude. It was very last minute.
How'd you guys start making music together?
Do you tell that, or do you want to tell that?
Man, he's been doing this since he was 13.
Yeah, I've been doing it since August. Well, I've been doing it since I barely turned 13 in 2021, but... Do you mean to start with the origin story right here, or what?
The villain origin story, yeah.
Can you go ahead and tell my origin story, or not?
Yeah, and then bring him into it, you know what I mean?
The underground enigma, the Texas tyrant.
Yeah.
Alright, bet. So, I always wanted to make music growing up. I always liked music, hearing on the radio... Seeing I just like the energy of music, rapping and stuff, and I was always a decent freestyler with my homies like growing up. And then COVID came, and then I really got into like X, Suicide Boys, Lil Peep, Freddie Dredd, Xavier Wolf, Ghost Main, that whole scene. And then 2021 came, and I just turned 13 in January. And it was like that spring break, and I met this dude in my neighborhood who was like a rapper, but he made like that whole Sofago, Summers, Plug, like that whole Plug sound. And I recorded like 2 songs, and then he went to jail. I'm not gonna talk about that, but he's gonna be in jail for a while. But I didn't know how the fuck to make music besides him, so I'm just stuck with these 2 like shitty songs, really auto-tuned. I was like,
Batman.
no, that's staying in the vault. But it was an era for sure. I didn't have colored hair. My hair was a lot shorter. And then I found myself, well, actually I'm skipping ahead. I was on Instagram and I was like, I should just meet a bunch of other artists and then like find a way to start making music locally. Because my plan was going to meet someone locally and go to another studio. And then I got in this Discord with a bunch of artists, and this dude was like, bro, just use BandLab on your phone. I was like, what the fuck? And by then it's already August 2021. So I get BandLab, I start making songs, and then my sister's like, ooh, this is hard. So we start making music, and then we keep going and going. And then he lives in my neighborhood.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'll get to that. He lives in my neighborhood, and then he didn't believe it was me at first. He's like, bro, this is hard. I had like 20 monthly listeners at the time, and he's like, bro, this is crazy. And then we dropped a song called Shut Up, me and my sister, and it was my first song to get like 1K on SoundCloud, and that was big to me at the time. And then we're like, fuck it, we have a hard song, we're young, we're local, let's just start like meeting people. So we're going on Instagram Live every night, just joining people, showing everyone our songs. Met a lot of my homies like Air Polo. I met one of my homies now. Literally, he's coming over here in 2 days, and I met him on an Instagram Live. And I met this, and then my sister met Indie Sauce. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's hard as fuck, Indie Sauce. And he's like, yo, I got a show in y'all's area. Y'all should come. I was like, for a show? And then I messaged the dude who was throwing it, and I was like, can we get on it? He's like, the slots are sold out. I was like, well, can you at least let me know if our music's good? Like, I don't want to be wasting my time. And he's like, oh shit, this is hard, y'all can perform it. So then we perform it, and I met, I don't know if you know what A17 Madhouse is, but like...
Yeah, I know him. They're putting on all the shows.
We did the show, and I met this dude named Kush Costa, and he ran the local label, and I was like, yo, like, I want to join this shit. And then he's like, yo, you're hard, keep making music, but like, not yet, your time isn't yet. I was like, for sure, like, I'll keep making music. So I keep making music on my phone, and he starts listening to it, and he's like, bro, this is hard. And then that summer 2022, he started coming over, and I started making more music, and then he tried to like fuck around a little bit.
We messed with it a lot. I couldn't get a delivery down. I couldn't get the flow right. Beats weren't matching up. Anything that could have gone wrong.
And anytime we had something good, like I would lose the project, or like it wouldn't, like we couldn't get it right.
We had this one that we were gonna drop called Chainsaw, and it was genuinely the hardest shit I have ever heard. And it just got deleted.
You know, Praise the Devil by Suicide Boys on the Dark Side of the Clouds tape.
Yeah,
it was that beat we hopped on, and it was hard as fuck, dude.
That's a good fucking.
And we lost the fucking project. And he was like, all right, well, fuck this. I'm not doing it anymore. I was like,
I just completely.
He completely stopped for real.
Out of nowhere, picked it back up again.
This is we're gonna go back 2-3 weeks back. He's in my room. He's like, dude, like you're actually starting to do numbers, yada yada yada. I want to actually get on something. And then we started making this song called Piss Soaked Denim, which is his first song on his SoundCloud. And he wrote that entirely by himself. Like he wrote it by himself in like an hour. It was done in 2 hours. We recorded it, and then we're gonna have one of my buddies mix it, but he didn't end up mixing it. And then I mixed it, and then that was the day of the show, and then we just dropped it on the way to the show, and then we performed it.
That was the show.
So that's how we're here right now. That's the story.
And then mixed another song that
he
night
dropped
or the
day
after.
Yeah, that was the show last week.
Yeah, that last show, that was a complete last minute decision. Literally the day
he was going to it, but I was like, literally like an hour before we're gonna get in the car and go to the venue, I was like, do you want to perform it? He's like, yeah. So I threw a little shitty mix on it. I don't know what I'm doing on my phone, but 20
minutes before we had to leave, threw a mix on it, put it on the hard drive.
It was like a 3-minute mix. It was quick.
Yeah,
like, it was a quick mix, and then we dropped the song on his SoundCloud, got in the car, and then he had another song he recorded on my house called Mask Murder, and then I mixed it real quick. Or I mixed it while he spent the night. Saturday night, the next night after the show, and then we dropped it on his SoundCloud, and then we're dropping both of those songs on his Spotify. But
that's
his
Spotify about
it said 5 business days, but that was like 2 days ago, so probably 3 days, or maybe a little sooner, a little later. But we're setting up his Spotify on all platforms, and then now he's starting to drop music. I'm working on a tape. I got singles coming out. I got collabs. I got shows coming up. I have merch coming up.
I'm working on my third song this week.
Yeah, he's working on his third song. Literally before we did the interview, he started writing to it.
What's your guys' dream collabs at anybody?
First, dream collabs. Shit, I'm barely in the scene. Literally anyone with any type of numbers would. I mean, anything in the Texas scene, just with local people close to fucking Ren, like people close to us, anyone I would be fine with because of how small I am, what level I'm at right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
My dream, Baker You Maker or Baker Funk from Devilish Trio. That's my dream collab right there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he's been a legend in the game with this shit for a long time. It's just kind of, it's not weird. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but he's just very like, I wish he would. I want him to tour, bro. You feel me? Like, I want to see him, bro. But he'd be still reclusive with the shits,
Like 4 times, like offering to buy a feature, and he just doesn't answer. But like the day he'll post it, like hit up my email, and then I'll send him email nothing. But he likes and responds to my Instagram comments, but doesn't answer email. I'm like, Baker, bro, we need you in the fucking scene again.
Yeah, what the thing is like when you've been with this shit. Well, I mean, like when you do this shit for such a long time, like it's not that it gets boring. It's just that like probably like the older you get, the more responsibilities you have. The more responsibilities you have, the less time you have to make music. And I'm not saying he's old, but I'm saying that he just probably like old with the shits and probably has like a lot of responsibilities because like that's kind of how life goes. I mean, I was just talking to someone about a legendary artist named Stone Dog from Doom Shop. I don't know if you heard of him, but he stopped making music because he was like in his mid 30s, and he was just like he had a family, he had kids, he just didn't have time for that shit and deleted all of it. But that's why it's good to get into this shit as a youngin.
We have like at least another 10 years in front of us.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Use that time wisely, dude. Especially, I mean, I don't like. I'm just saying, like, from experience, like, just don't fuck around. Just keep tunnel vision with the shits. Get a like, you know, if you gotta get a job, you know, you gotta get a job, but always keep the tunnel vision, bro. You got a lot of time ahead of you, and I know you guys will use this to your advantage. You feel me? Who would you guys say your favorite producers are to work with in this scene?
Yeah. Ivy did. I rarely use any. I'm not trying to use any other beats.
He doesn't use besides Ivy Death.
That's at a
You
Thompson.
can find him on Instagram and SoundCloud. He's in a group called Thompson T, and then it's just Thompson, and there's a dollar sign and the S and the lowercase. They're doing fucking stupid numbers right now. We met John or Ivy, the older brother in Thompson. I met him on Instagram Live, like a month and a half, 14 month listeners. Now they have like 700, and we all did a show at the beginning of this month.
That's dope, bro. Glad y'all finding some good producers to work with, because that's like an essential thing for artists. Is, you know, just find a couple really good producers, and then you can really build off of the sound and have a consistent working relationship, because that's really necessary, like, to kind of keep a similar sound, you know what I mean, but not too different, you know what I mean. Like, you need someone that's flexible, able to keep the aesthetic, like, and style and lyrics kind of fluid with everything, and like to make sure, you know what I mean, like, you know, having good producer friends is like a good thing to have. I gotta ask Luna though, on the song Resurrection, I really like the mixing style on that, the fuzzy fucking on the shits, you feel me? What mixing shit did you use on that? I love the way it was mixed on that, the whole in the mastered as well. What could you say about that?
Mix shit, one of my homeboys did, but I'm getting into mixing and I'm learning, and I'm definitely gonna try to get that sound again. Gonna try to get the Keep On Talking sound mix. That song, the mix is hard. Silent Night has a hard mix. Caution has a crazy mix. Those are the kind of mixes I'm going for.
The only thing that I have out, he has mixed so far.
That's good, bro. That's fire. I'm glad you guys are learning how to mix your shit on your own, because I had a friend and he was like, yo, I was getting I'm waiting for my boy to mix that shit. It's not Silent Ship. That's not you. I'm talking about somebody else that I don't fuck with no more. Silent Ship, you got a really good engineer. Keep working with him if you're watching this. But fucking this other boy that I kicked out of my music group, he was always like waiting 2 weeks to get this shit mixed by someone else. I was like, bro, just learn how to mix it yourself, bro. Like, so then you can make more music and make more fucking songs, bro. Like, that's an essential thing, is to either have a good friend that does it, or just fucking like, just learn how to do it on your own, bro. Like, for real. So, what announcements or messages you have to your supporters that you could say before we wrap this up?
First,
All my Spotify shit. My Spotify is coming out this week. Everything's on my SoundCloud so far. We'll send you the link for that. But really, just that my SoundCloud is coming out this week. Mass Murder will be dropping. His Soak Denim will be dropping.
More music is coming from him. And then for my announcements, Texas Tyrant is coming either spring or before summer, or early summer at the latest. Merch is coming. More shows are getting booked. I only have a few planned right now, but more I'm gonna for sure have booked this year.
Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate this, man. It was a good little time chatting with y'all. You guys have really been putting in that work, and I'm definitely gonna link everything down in the description for the supporters of my channel. Check out your stuff and your fans. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And once again, Luna and your boy b0tanicthreads, thank you for coming on the motherfucking podcast. Peace out.